Hello SLAPAFISH community and welcome back to another World Tank Console video. So in this video, I'm going to be driving the Valor, the T95 FV4201 Chieftain Valor. So, before you even ask, no, I did not buy the tank. Since I'm a community contributor, I got this tank for rent so I can make videos for y'all. So, if you're also wondering, the tank review for this tank will come out tomorrow. Okay, so as long as that's all settled. So this tank, I kind of want to go over the stats first, then talk about the tank, then talk about the replay. Okay, so the Valour T95 FV4201 Chieftain is a tier 10 British premium heavy tank. It gets a 120 millimeter caliber gun. It fires 5.45 rounds per minute, does 440 damage per shot. Its penetration on its standard is 270, and on its premium penetration is 322. It also has a DPM of 2,398, and it carries 40 rounds of ammunition, which gives it a potential damage of 17,600. And since this is a British tank, like most British tanks, you get HESH. You get, on your HESH rounds, which is your third round, you get 140 millimeters of penetration and 530 damage per shot. Just good. Aim time is 2.1, accuracy is 0.35. Your turret armor is 350 at the front, 175 at the side, and 35 at the back. As you can see in this replay, I'm using my turret armor to fight against the Gat Panzer E100, and he's already fired twice into my turret, I think. But he does fire a high explosive into my turret, which knocks out my commander and my gunner. So I actually faced my commander instead of my gunner. Now, yeah, that's coming to play for the rest of this match. So, obviously, now the armor of this tank is, the whole armor is 96 at the front, 88 at the side, and 48 at the back. It also has 2,200 hit points. Now, unlike the Chieftain Mark 6, this Chieftain has terrible hull armor. Do not depend on your hull armor because it will fail you every single time. Depend on your turret armor because you have 350 millimeters of protection on your turret armor. Use it. Use your 10 degrees of, oh yeah, I forgot to mention this tank has 10 degrees of gun depression. Use your 10 degrees of gun depression. You also have 20 degrees of gun elevation, so it's nice. Also, I want to mention the engine power of this tank. Your power to weight ratio is 14.17, which means you can get up to your 46 kilometer. Pretty nice. Not as fast as a lot of heavies, but it's still pretty nice for a heavy tank. 14.17. It's the same as the Object 279E, so you'd be getting at the top speed like the Object 279E. So basically, you would go 46 kilometers forward and 15 backwards. You also have 400 view range, which is standard for like tier 10 heavy tanks. And signal range is 750. And I also mentioned that you have 2,200 hit points. So, now let's actually talk about this replay, this battle. So we're on Ducal Pass. It's assault, and we have 5 minutes and 27 seconds left to win this game. And right now, I'm fighting a mouse. So I loaded my premium rounds because I noticed this game's getting very similar, getting tied. So I want to save my rounds. I don't want to bounce off this mouse, so I gotta take them out with my premium. Then I realized, like, hold up, he's by himself, except for the tank on his left, so I'm just going to try to use him as cover. And also my dead gunners is also coming into effect. As you can see, turret rotation is actually being pretty slow, even though my turret rotation is 30 degrees a second, but with a dead gunner, it hurts my turret rotation. Oh yeah, equipment and consumables, not consumables. The equipment I'm using on this tank is a gun rammer, vertical stabilizers, and a fuel tanks with CO2. Now, I actually just hit that shot with a dead gunner. So that's pretty nice. The reason I'm using the fuel tanks with CO2 is because I'm not using a fire extinguisher, and the crew I have does not have any fire extinguishing perks on it. So, yeah, to help fire. And I couldn't think of, like, what else I could put on this tank. I was deciding between crew vents and fill the tanks with CO2, but went with the CO2 instead. So my crew actually has 11 perks on it. It has controlled impact, snapshot, deadeye, repairs, smooth ride, sixth sense, brothers in arms, swimming lessons, mentor, and the snakebite perk. And it's also training, adrenaline, and rush. Okay, so that's basically my crew and equipment, what I'm using for this tank. And yeah, I'm actually sniping with a dead gunner on this tank. So it's kind of working okay, I would say. And right now, I'm kind of in the middle. A 60 DP, a Projecta 65, and a Chieftain to my left. So right now, I need help. Because I'm like, okay, I gotta take out one of them. And also there's a Death Star right there. I forgot about the Death Star. But the 60 TP actually puts a shot into me, so it brings me down to 43 hit points. The Death Star actually fired and missed. Now, I'm actually thinking about getting over there where that hill is, above that Chieftain, above the Death Star now. So I can actually try to take out the Chieftain, but I'm also worried about the 60 TP over there in the F3 line. I want to take out the Death Star now, but the 60 TP's over there. But the 60 TP's actually being distracted, so now this is my chance to either take out the Death Star or the Chieftain. Hello, Mr. Chieftain. How's life? He's just waiting for me. And I bet that Death Star is over there waiting for me, so I'm gonna give them time to just wait for me even longer so I can shoot the 60 TP. I actually hit him in the ammo, which is nice. So now I'm kind of getting worried because the 60 TP, not 60 TP, the Death Star and the Chieftain are starting to get together, and I've seen the Death Star actually pushing out. And the Death Star is still trying to get shot onto me. I'm still worried about that 60 TP, and I also don't know where the Projecta 65 is, or if that's the tank left. Now, the Death Star is actually trying to climb up here. So that was, I'm like, okay, we're losing, we're running out of time fast, and I got to take out this Chieftain. And that our Death Star actually takes out their Death Star. So I'm like, okay, I have 43 hit points. Let's make 2 shots count. I actually tracked them, which is nice. That helps me out a bunch right there. So now I gotta reload, and a premium round just flew past across my tank. And that's probably from 60 DP. But I'm also thinking about the Projecta 65. Now I'm sitting here to wait to go unspotted. I know there's 45 seconds left in this game. And the only way we can win right now is if we kill those 2 tanks. That is the only way. Because remember, this is assault. And the enemy team, all they got to do to win is survive and keep their base from being captured. That's all they got to do to win. Those 2 things. And that's basically what they're doing. 60 TP killed the 4005. And I'm trying to find out where the medium is. and the minion shuts me down, but he gets shut down by the Death Star, and now it's GG, because Death Star's not going to reload in time to kill the 60 TP. So yeah, it was a defeat. But we did a good battle. How much did we make? We made 37,000. So we did 7,200 damage, 4,255 assists, and 2,000 block, just because the Gat Panzer E100 just shooting us. And I think also the Chieftain, and we also got top leaderboards. And I should be having a tank review of this tank coming out tomorrow, if you want to watch that. So, alright, that's it for me. If you like this film, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Also remember to SLAPAFISH, because why would you not? And peace out. See ya.